Oh yes, I now have a surround sound system. There's the receiver here. It's the sub right there. There's one of the satellite speakers here. There's the center channel. It's the right front satellite. The rear right satellite. And the rear left satellite speaker. We're watching a little footage from the game Prototype that I just picked up recently. See if we can get this without it being too blurry. Sound on this system is incredible. I actually picked it up for $35 on Craigslist. And it's an RCA with the Dolby Pro Logic, so it's probably about 8-9 years old. But in the era of home theaters, this was a package system. The sub is not powered, although it does sound great. It's got very, very low frequency response, so it just has like the rumbles, the necessary low frequencies. And yeah, for 35 bucks, this is probably a $600 to $800 setup. I'm probably leaning more towards 8. I'm sure it went on sale eventually, but it's got some really nice presets, like theater mode, where it automatically duplicates like the slight echo in a theater or arena or hall or church or different things like that. So it can give you nice cinematic effects. We were actually watching Transformers, the first one, last night, just a little bit just to preview the sound capability, and it was very awesome. The 5.1 really popped out when you had scenes where there were like the battles with the I don't know if they were the Marines or Army or whatever in the desert. And it was really neat because sometimes, you know, things would whiz by in your back left speaker and or bullets or some, you know, jet stream sound. It was just very cool. So yeah, we're happy about that. As you can hear, or maybe can't hear, it's very crisp sound, deep bass. Let me turn it up a little more. Pretty tight. Okay, now we have today Game Finds number 16. So we're going to show you what we picked up yesterday. And don't mind me, this is going to continue playing in the background while I'm talking. So I went to Savers yesterday, and my wife, who's got an awesome Hawkeye, she grabbed something on the other side of the room before I even went over there to see what was up. So she brings me over a Nintendo 64 again. And oh, what does she have under her skirt here? Oh my, she's wearing red panties. How nice. She's a good girl. But this little saucy minx came with a power supply. Good condition. I got just the deck for $7, but I think for the deck with the power supply and this little coax adapter made by Nintendo, plus the expansion, was a good deal for $7, because this is worth, you know, $14 to $16 by itself. So now she finds 3 controllers, right? And she brings them to me. She brings me a red one, a green one, strong toggles, by the way. This one's like dead on perfect. And a purple one. So I'm like, hey man, that's awesome. Because they wanted $3 a piece for these, and I can sell the special colors for 16 bucks all day. Because they're getting a little more difficult to find. Mostly you're just finding like the gray or the blue. So I actually went over to the area where they were supposed to be, and I found 3 more controllers. This one has a weak toggle, but that's okay, I can fix that. But cosmetically it's in great shape. I got another gray one here with a strong toggle. Good cosmetic condition. And I found a dark blue controller in good cosmetic condition with it's a little looser, but it still snaps back. Okay, now this is the really cool thing. You could probably tell I think I have some kind of sort of bronchitis or respiratory thing going on right now. So I sound like Barry White, baby, you know. So anyway, we were over in that area, and I saw this cable laying on the shelf, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Because they had a couple GameCube decks. By the way, they had the GameCube decks with the expanded video out for the RGB cable, but none of them came with, or neither came with power supplies or AVs. So even if there was a television there, I couldn't have tested to see if the system worked properly. And they only wanted $8 a piece for them, so I'm like, I really wanted one because of having that RGB out, because they took that away sometime in 2002 or 3, maybe it was 4, I don't know. So I was like, nah, forget it. I can't test them. I'm not going to buy it. But I saw this cable, and I'm like, what the hell? So I picked it up. And this is the coolest crap to find, just laying in a resale shop. You recognize this, don't you? Oh, that's a little too close. That's a controller jack for a GameCube. What's on the other end? Why, that's a PS2. Input jack like on the front of the decks. So my mind started boggling, and apparently I can now play a PS2 controller on a GameCube system. How cool is this just to find? Just laying around. You'd have to order this from China, because most US companies don't make stuff like this. Especially not, I mean, considering this is probably, 6-7 years old, I would imagine. But that was awesome. I was like, I can't believe that, because there are games where I wish for GameCube that I could have a PS2 controller. So we're going to try that out sometime today and see how it's doing, how it feels. If the system, you know, is capable of handling, you know, reallocating the buttons for the action. So, yep, I'm just sitting here feeling a little crappy, playing my prototype game on my new surround, and looking at all the booty that the pirate was able to gather up for, let's see here, I got all the controllers for about 18, and I got the system for 7, so $25, and I at least have, well, the grays sell for about 13, so that's 26, 36, 40, so between the three that's 40, 56, 66 plus another 6 is 72, 82, $88, 88 here, and then this deck I could probably sell for about 30, combining what this is going to fetch me, because I have a controller, actually not 30, what am I talking about? I can get 30 for the deck, throwing a controller in it, and another, like, you know, 13 to 16 for this expansion. So I paid 25. I'm like 5 or 6 timesing my money before I pay any fees on eBay. So I'm feeling bodacious. This is the Bubs. I'll check y'all later.